We are constantly told that that fascists and the Nazis that is completely different than communists. And while they were foes for a while, are they not brothers?
They are brothers because they are both socialists. That is a very important thing, that both Nazis and communists are both socialists. The Nazis were the National Socialists and the Soviets were international socialists. But both believed that capitalism as a system is finished, and they wanted to create new society, and create new society by eliminating certain groups within society which they considered to be parasites.
Killing off the parasites within society was what Marxian socialism was about.
It demanded in a London newspaper that the scientists should devise a humane gas.
I appeal to the chemists to discover a humane gas that will kill instantly and painlessly. Deadly by all means, but humane, not cruel. After 10 years, such gas will be discovered. It will be called Cyclone B. The man who oversaw its practical application, Adolf Eichmann, will later testify that thanks to Cyclone B, people in Auschwitz died without pain. Cyclone B was a humane gas. Yes, Eichmann will use the very same words.
So, and defined it by ethnicity in Germany, and by social groups, by social class in the Soviet Union.
So they would argue that, which people do, communists will say, well, it's just because the wrong guys were at top. Because look, the Netherlands, they're socialist and they're not like that. How do you answer that?
Well, it is not correct that there are only, the explanation is that there are wrong guys because of the fact that at the basis of all of that is the teachings of Marx. And the teachings of Marx are based on the idea of the dictatorship of one class, proletariat. And by that, they try to create equal society by dictatorship. And that alone shows very well that at the core of it, there was inequality. Mm-hmm. Dictatorship cannot be about equality.
Are you concerned over in Europe the way these same ideas are starting to sprout up? I know that some of the countries that were behind the Iron Curtain, but specifically anybody who wasn't Russian, are very concerned because they see the slow creep, and Ukraine and Poland are going in the opposite direction. But I have heard that in Russia, they are starting to glorify again the old ideas and the old communist regime. Is this concerning to you?
It is very concerning because in Russia they have not condemned the communist crimes. And if you do not condemn crimes, there is a possibility that they can be repeated. And this is why we remember Holocaust and we talk about it, we teach this at school, because we do not want that to be repeated. And in the case of the communists, if you do not talk about these crimes, and if you do not condemn them, and even if you glorify them as they do in Russia, it is very dangerous both for that society and for the neighbors of that country, that these crimes can be repeated.